to his wide receivers. Aaron Rodgers has officially called out his wide receivers and says he will not change the way he plays to accommodate them. Combsy, is this a bad sign moving forward for Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers?
Yes, but it's also a sign that, what, Buck? Beastie's been right this entire damn time about Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. Look, I've been saying it, and I know you just got off the mic with Tori, with the fantasy show and all that stuff. Great stuff on there, and Tori's a big Packer fan, but he's going to be upset this season watching his boys play, because what I listened to in Aaron Rodgers in that interview where he says, I'm not going to change the way I play while they learn how to play. These are NFL wide receivers. They are not learning how to play the game of football. These are guys that have been in the league for a while. These are not rookies. You don't have rookies. You don't have rookie wide receivers on your core. What you have are wide receivers that nobody else wanted, is what you have, and that's what you're stuck with. Your top wide receiver is a guy in Alan Lazard who's been in your organization. He's been there. And they're just not talented. And what you have is a quarterback who is not a good enough leader to make them better. We've had this argument before, and people have said it, and I've argued with them. It angers me to no extent when people say, well, Aaron Rodgers is better than Tom Brady. He just doesn't have the championships. That is bullshit. Tom Brady would make this wide receiving core a championship receiving core. Tom Brady would make this receiving core a Pro Bowl receiving core. Aaron Rodgers does not have that capability. Aaron Rodgers does not have that leadership. And Aaron Rodgers doesn't want to do it. And he said that in the damn interview. I am not going to change the way I play while these guys learn. Okay, cool. So what are you going to do? You're going to keep sucking? Because that's what's going to happen. And by week 3 or 4, you're going to be laid out on the field. Because you don't have any pass protection. You don't trust your wide receivers. And therefore, your run game is going to get stuffed. And it sucks for us fantasy owners who took Aaron Jones in a lot of fantasy drafts. That's for sure. Me being one of them. But it's a bad thing for the Green Bay Packers. It's a bad look. It's a bad look for Aaron Rodgers. But I've been saying it the entire time, Buck. I've been saying it the entire time.
Yeah, so I like the word that you used there a little while ago, and you used the word leader. And Aaron Rodgers clearly is not a leader of this team right now. Now, if we look on, obviously hindsight's 2020, but if we look back on it a couple years ago, has he ever been a leader on that team, Combs? Has it always been Devontae Adams? Has it always been a Randall Cobb? Has it always been a Jordy Nelson? Just because, yes, Aaron Rodgers does have that C on his chest, but Aaron Rodgers has this ego, Combs, where he is just better than everybody else. He has divorced his family. He has alienated himself from his family because of XYZ. I don't know the whole story by any means, but he has done it. And anybody that has done that to their family, to their own mom, something is obviously not quite clicking in this guy's head. And now he's on mushrooms and LSD and acid and whatever else he is on, right? And it's just making him look like a fool. But on the flip side of that coin, when he said he is not going to change the way he is playing the game so the receivers can catch up, I mean, I'm very loosely quoting that. This is the same Aaron Rodgers, Combs, that you said is arguably one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL, if not the best quarterback in the NFL. Why should the GOAT or the GOAT Jr. or whatever you want to call him have to change the way he plays because the rookie receiver Christian Watson or second-year receiver Amari Rodgers is struggling adjusting to the speed of the game? I don't think he was calling out Alan Lazard, Sammy Watkins, or Randall Cobb. He was calling out those first-year players that are a little bit behind the curve.
Right, but when you're a quarterback who just got paid $50 million a year, mm-hmm. which means that they had to get rid of your number one target, Davante Adams. And you got a guy like Christian Watson, who on his first attempt in the NFL drops a pass over his shoulders that hits his hands and falls to the ground. That could have been a touchdown.
Should have been a touchdown.
And you alienate him until the fourth quarter and don't even look his way again. What are you doing to that kid's confidence? What are you doing to help that kid improve? You want him to get better. You have to help him get better. You want him to learn. You have to help him learn. You are the leader of this team. You are the leader of this offense. And you are being paid as the highest paid quarterback in the NFL this season.
Right.
And next season. You are getting paid more than Tom Brady, who has 6 more Super Bowl rings than you do, who has 9 more Super Bowl appearances than you do. And you are getting paid for that guy. That guy's been in the NFC for 2 years. He has just as many NFC championships as you do.
So let's not go off on that tangent quite yet, but also in that interview or in that quote, Combs, he said he is not going to change the way he plays, but that never said he was not going to help those young receivers. Do you think we're not looking too far into it, saying, hey, he is going to tell these receivers how he wants the game to be played? Because we've seen receivers, second, third round picks that have become great receivers. Jordy Nelson, Davante Adams comes to mind right there off the bat. Obviously, Aaron Rodgers is a big contributing factor to those guys' success in the NFL, right?
If not changing your game to while these kids learn, that's not going to help these kids learn. That's not changing your game means, look, I'm going to keep throwing the passes. I'm going to keep doing things that don't help them succeed. Right? Same thing that you've been complaining about that the Packers have done to you your entire career. Same exact thing. You keep saying that they don't give you the help that you need, that you wanted out. You didn't want to be in Green Bay. They don't do the things that you need them to do. They drafted a quarterback and you got all butthole hurt about it. They drafted defense in the first round. You got all butthurt about it, and you wanted out, and you didn't want to be there because they're not giving you the help that you need. You're doing the same damn thing to these wide receivers. You're doing the same damn thing. You want to be successful, you've got to be successful as a team because you're only as strong as your weakest link, right? The best players help along the not so good players to become better.
The key word there,
and by just saying, you know what,
along.
I'm going to keep letting you fail. I'm going to keep letting you fail. I'm going to keep letting you fail because I'm not going to change the way I do to help you succeed. You're not going to succeed as a team. And 7-10 might be a far cry. You might not even get to 7-10.
So let me ask you this. Why should I change my ways of a proven success that I know works that will get me to the NFC Championship game? Yes, I'm going to lose in the NFC Championship game, but gets us there 13-3, 13-4 year in and year out. Why should I change for a rookie receiver that can't catch the ball?
Because you don't have the same weapons you've had your entire career. All those things that you said you didn't have, you actually had. So now what the Packers said, all right, fine, we'll pay you. And now we're not going to give you the help that you say that you haven't had your entire time anyway. And now we're going to see how you do without that help. And without that help, you look pretty damn abysmal against the Minnesota Vikings, against a team without a trophy in their trophy case. You look pretty abysmal against a team like that. Look pretty abysmal against a guy like Kirk Cousins, who notoriously flakes out in big games. You look pretty abysmal against a guy like that. This Packers team is in real trouble. Yeah, it's a big game. It's the first game of the season. You just got a $50 million contract. $50 million a year contract you just signed. The opening game of that year, divisional opponent, and you got your ass waxed. Waxed.
Thank you for checking out that man-hour clip. Be sure to hit the subscribe and like button and below, and of course, share us with a couple friends. But if you like what you just saw, click right here to check out our latest video, and of course, click right here to subscribe. And as always, Man Hour Nation, rise up.